Welcome to Bhutan This Week with Namgizam. Our top stories this week. His Majesty the King awards the National Order of Merit Gold to Sam Blythe and Nancy Strickland in recognition of their personal commitment to promote relations between Bhutan and Canada and their contributions to education. The Move for Health walk raises about 6.3 million Nultrum so far. The by-election common forum for Nanong Shumar constituency in Pemagatsal began on Wednesday. His Majesty the King awarded the National Order of Merit Gold to Sam Blythe and Nancy Strickland in recognition of their personal commitment to promote relations between Bhutan and Canada and their 25 years of contribution to education. Sam Blythe is the chair of the Bhutan-Canada Foundation and the Honorary Consul of Bhutan in Toronto, Canada. Nancy Strickland is the executive director of the Bhutan-Canada Foundation. The award also honors the numerous teachers recruited by the Bhutan-Canada Foundation, many of whom continue to teach in schools in rural Bhutan for their valuable contributions to the development of education in the country. More than 50 teachers have been recruited to teach English, math and science in schools in rural Bhutan since the establishment of the Bhutan-Canada Foundation in February 2009. The Bhutan-Canada Foundation carries on the long association between Bhutan and Canada in the education sector, started 50 years ago by Father Maki, who came to the country in 1963. Prime Minister Tsering Topke, a few of the cabinet ministers and other officials began the Move for Health walk from Wangdi Podrang on the 19th of this month. The walk to promote healthy lifestyles and to raise funds for the Bhutan Health Trust Fund started from Bajo Town.
Hundreds of people gathered at the Bajo Town to receive the Prime Minister and other cabinet ministers. The event began with the offering of Marchang ceremony by the Wangdi Zongda. Addressing the gathering, the Prime Minister highlighted on the importance of staying healthy and reminded the people to remain physically active. Prime Minister also talked about raising funds for the Bhutan Health Trust Fund. At around 8:30 a.m., the walk began with hundreds accompanying the team to support the cause. The team walked via Nahi and will spend the night at Helela. The team is expected to arrive in Thimphu by tomorrow afternoon. At the gathering today, Bhutan Health Trust Fund received a donation amounting to over 3.17 million Nultrum from the Dzongkhag administrations, individuals, gyoks, various offices and Indian companies. The money will be used to procure vaccines. It has also been co-financing the procurement of pentavalent vaccines with Global Alliance for Vaccines and Immunization since 2009. Move for Health Walk was initiated by former Health Minister Sangin Nidup in 2002, raising almost $2 million. They had walked from Tashigong to Thimphu, covering a distance of over 500 kilometers. Kampal for Chonidema, Tandenfinso BBS News.
The two-day Move for Health walk reached the Clock Tower Square in Thimphu at about 1 p.m. on the 20th.
With the theme Reducing Lifestyle Diseases, the Move for Health walk team was joined by students, teachers, officials and public before reaching the Clock Tower Square. At the Clock Tower Square, the Prime Minister and the team were received by the Speaker of the National Assembly, Cabinet Ministers, former Health Minister Sangin Nidup and other dignitaries. Speaking at the gathering, the Prime Minister talked on the importance of raising funds for the Bhutan Health Trust Fund.
Datu toram bemisugi ta ani men kapti kongi toram bemesu sengachilu te dahichi seshuni ani beole tendi ta tarale guzundi ngacharigi gekapgi alusu zonka kechigi ngache gekap tai mebigi alu chanamgi neji kaktapgi mensu kapsu vaccination su chanyam jachale jacha ngache soilote mangyulle sedo tani seshuni.
Lunchan also said it is an opportunity for the people to contribute towards health. Later, agencies, ministries, corporations and individuals handed over donations to the Prime Minister. The fund collected will be used in procuring medicines and vaccines. Sharab Zangmo for BBS News.
The Move School for Health walk has raised about 6.3 million yultrum so far. The by-election common forum for Nanung Shumar constituency in Pemagatsal began on Wednesday. The forum started from Shumar Gewok.
34-year-old Pema Wangchuk is the People's Democratic Party's candidate for the by-election in Nanung Shumar constituency. He graduated from University of Canberra in Australia. He has a master's in law. Before joining into politics, he worked in the Anti-Corruption Commission. Speaking at the common forum, Pema Wangchuk spoke of the manifestos of the party.
The PDP has promised to establish 3 colleges in the east. If I get elected, I will make sure that one of the 3 colleges will be in Pemagatsal. The Zongkak is near Samrup Zongka, and it will also benefit half of the population in Tashigang Zongkak.
Meanwhile, the representative of Druk Finsum Sokwa's candidate, Techen Zangmo, has missed the first common forum for the by-election campaign. The common forum for Nanung Shumar constituency in Pemagatsal will conclude on the 1st of November. The constituency has a total of 8,278 voters, of which 4,114 are male and 4,164 are female. Compiled for Tinedoji, Kinzang Ishi for BBS News.
With the launch of 4G services, network congestion for 3G users is expected to ease, says the General Manager of B-Mobile. The 4G LTE offers high-speed internet connectivity, which is 4 times faster than the 3G connection and 10 times faster than your usual broadband.
Due to an increasing number of 3G users in urban areas, poor network has been the norm for some time now. The slowing down of the internet has been attributed to the growing use of the internet on smartphones. Bhutan Telecom initially had about 20,000 3G registered users, and as of September this year, users had jumped to more than 56,000. B-Mobile believes that their 4G service will ease the pressure on the 3G network.
When we introduce 4G, basically now we are trying to offload some of the traffic that is running on 3G. So when we deploy 4G, people will be migrating 4G. So the 3G users also get better experience. So it's not that the service in 3G is not good and we are trying to put 4G. It's nothing like that. Now as we move on, we have to move with the technology.
4G was jointly launched by the Prime Minister and the Chairman of Druk Holdings and Investment today. With just 2 stations at the moment, 4G services will be available only in certain areas in Thimphu. The areas are Northern Lam, Chubachu, the Zong area, Kawajangsa, Changangkha, the Minister's Enclave, and the Motithang area. Bhutan Telecom plans to cover more areas on the basis of demand. For BBS News, this is Pema Thoki's news report.
The construction of the Refi Koshala bypass road on the Tongsa-Shyamgang highway has its benefits as well as its drawbacks.
The construction of the Rafi Koshala bypass road is in full swing, and half of the road is already blacktopped. This 16 kilometers road will shorten the length of the national highway between Trongsa and Shyamgang by 17 kilometers. The road construction has brought many advantages to the local community as well as some disadvantages. Our reporter Sujaman Thapa says once the bypass road is open, Langthil town will be neglected. This has left the locals worried. Once the construction is complete, it will benefit the nation. However, the problem is that Langthil town will become isolated and our business will die, but we are hopeful that the government will look for a solution for us. Similarly, the people of Dangdung village, which is located a kilometer away from Langthil, are not happy about the bypass road. They said the road passes right through the village, damaging their irrigation channels. This has also resulted in poor paddy harvest this time. Even during the plantation, there was no enough water. We had to keep some parts of the fields fallow. Those planted did not grow well. The irrigation channel was destroyed by boulders. Now we are concerned if such things will continue in future. Although we made an agreement for repairing the irrigation channel, we are doubtful if this would work.
The
water source is small and they destroyed it further. Due to insufficient water, even our paddy harvest got affected. According to Roshan Giri, who is the junior engineer from the Department of Roads, the department had given its best to maintain the irrigation channel by deploying machines, and a caretaker has also been employed at the site.
There has been a surge in the number of patients visiting the Grade 1 BHU of Panbang Dungkhak in Shemgang in recent years. Health staff attribute the increase to better road connectivity and a growing population.
With the highway from Gongpu to Panbang and numerous farm roads under construction in the Dungkhak, the number of patients visiting the Panbang BHU has increased drastically. The staff of the BHU said there are many factors contributing to the rise, but road connectivity is the main reason.
Roads are being connected. Although it is not completely connected, at least the Gongpu-Panbang highway is almost complete. For example, in the past it was difficult for patients from Pantang to come here, but now they can be easily referred to our BHU.
Last year, from June to mid-September, the BHU saw 2,828 patients in OPD. The number almost doubled for the same months this year.
More and more people are coming. The Dungkhak staff is increasing. Secondly, with a lot of construction taking place, many laborers are arriving.
People said road connectivity has made accessing health facility much easier.
Easy accessibility to road has made it very convenient, especially when a person falls ill. All we have to do is call the BHU and an ambulance will be sent to pick up the patient. In the absence of a road, 4 people had to carry the patient to the hospital.
The staff of the BHU said the existing BHU will have to be upgraded in the future with increasing population and better road connectivity. It has 22 health staff, including 12 supporting staff at the moment. Shauri Gurung, BBS News, Gilifu.
The display of sacred relics at the Rapa Hall in the capital was closed to the public on the 20th of this month after problems with crowd control. People had to return home without seeing the relics.
Thousands of devotees from across Thimphu and nearby Dzongkhaks thronged at the Rapa Hall to have a glimpse of holy relics. Some as far from Gaza, Tagana and Samsi had also come to receive blessing from the relics. Unfortunately, due to rush and difficulty in managing crowd, the display was temporarily cancelled. The Chief Cultural Property Officer, Chong Gelpo, said the display will reopen only tomorrow. The organizers are requesting people to stand in the queue and not to rush, adding that every effort has been put in place for convenience of the devotees.
The relics are mainly brought for public display, so we don't mind extending the time until the crowd gets over if people stand in proper queue. It is not an easy job for the organizers, and it becomes even more difficult when people start rushing.
Meanwhile, some of the devotees says their efforts went in vain.
I came here to receive blessings from the relics with my children. We even hired a vehicle. I reached here at 3 in the morning, and now they say the display is closed today, so I'll have to return.
al school jogo sa te al sukhi wa tere naomi te boza tula na than ta te ja kha mi se ta jogo bedala ta ba tanda drumes wa te ta sim shi de ma che ten chi je go no de
I came here to have a glimpse of relics and receive blessings. I was in line from 3 in the morning. Due to rush, I did not get chance to see relics. I hope I'll make it tomorrow.
Meanwhile, the relics include the ring seal of Lord Buddha, his 2 disciples, Nagarjuna, Longchenpa, Marpa, and Milarepa, among others. A script written on a banana leaf by Khandrishi Sogil. The hair relics of Dijum Rinpoche, Kalu Rinpoche, Peno Rinpoche, and the 16th Karmapa are also on the display. The relics will be displayed in the capital till Tuesday and will be touring the rest of the country, including Tashigang, Trongsa, and Zirang. Karmatsring, BBS News.
A school in Shamgang has extended its lessons to farmers. The lessons have nothing to do with books but are instead focused on farming. The Tali Community Primary School has been growing cardamom since 2010 and now farmers have been invited to harvest the cardamom.
The 3 long years is gone and now it's harvest time. Farmers from the locality have come to learn the art of harvesting cardamom. The school has cultivated cardamom in about 1 acre of land, and it was done in line with the school agriculture program activities.
It was basically carried out after looking at the fertility of the soil and its favorable climatic condition. Secondly, we cultivated on trial basis and the outcome is good. We are thinking of selling about 60 kilograms of cardamom and the rate at Galifu is about 800 nultram per kilogram, so we would be earning about 50,000 nultram.
It is not only helping the school to earn some cash, but also educate the farmers in the area about cardamom plantation.
This is the first time that we are learning to cultivate cardamom and looks like it will be one of the potential cash crops. Today, we came here to learn how to harvest and store it. Unlike other crops, this is less likely to be ravaged by wild animals. We are now planning to cultivate cardamom.
What is more encouraging is the school with just 13 students is also involved in fishery, hazelnut and walnut plantations. It looks like the school is going to earn more and more in the coming years. Compiled for Pema Samdrup, Tandon Finso, BBS News.
And that's all we have for you this week. Join us again next Friday. I hope you have a great weekend. It's goodbye from me, Namgizam, for now.